Hey gang, and welcome back. These videos are brought to you by Card Conduit, the best place to sell your unused collection fast and easily. 401 Games, Canada's top shop for all your hobby and TCG needs. Dragon Shield, the strongest sleeves for your strongest decks. Moxfield, the easiest way to store and share your deck lists. And Foil Armor, flatten your foils fast. We've got another radical game coming your way, and Mathieu wins the die roll and starts us off. He plays a Sea of Clouds and ships it. Arch just got a mountain. Sammy draws, playing a forest, and passing. Max plays a Meticulous Archive and surveils one. During the end step, Mathieu flashes in a Spectral Sailor. Matt's land for turn is a Cavern of Souls, naming Ninja, and he swings the Spectral Sailor at Arja. He takes 1 damage with no ninjutsu shenanigans though, and Matt moves to his second main phase, playing a Silent Hull Creeper and passing. Arja just draws and plays a mountain. Sammy's got a forest, and he casts a Rampant Growth to go and find a basic. Max's land is a Misty Rainforest, and he casts a Soul Ring and passes. Matt draws, also playing a Misty Rainforest, and he swings the Spectral Sailor at Arja and the Hull Creeper at Sammy. They both take the 1, and Mathieu picks the mode for the Hull Creeper to draw a card. After that, Matt passes, and during the end step, Arja casts Demand Answers, discarding a card and drawing 2. Arja just draws and plays a Young Pyromancer. Sammy plays a mountain and casts Shadow in the Warp and passes. Max's land for turn is an island, and he brings out Dawn and Leo. He then moves to his end step, flickering the Soul Ring and passing. Matt plays a Secluded Courtyard, naming Ninja, and he swings both of his creatures at Sammy. Sammy takes the 2, and Mathieu puts a +1/+1 counter onto the Hull Creeper, passing after that. Arja plays a mountain and casts Mechanized Warfare. He does take 2 off the Shadow in the Warp though, and has to pass. Sammy's land is a Copperline Gorge which comes in tapped, and he casts an Evercoat Ursine. He hides away a card, and then hides away another card, and passes to Max. Max's land drop is Odawara, and he casts Anti-Causal Vestige, paying the warp cost. He then goes to his end step, flickering the Vestige and Soul Ring. And this lets him put an unidentified hovership into play off the Vestige trigger. With the hovership entering, it exiles the Evercoat Ursine, and Mathieu draws a card with the Spectral Sailor before moving to his turn. Matt's turn has him casting Soul Ring and playing a tapped Creeping Tar Pit. He then swings the Sailor at Max, dealing 1, and ships it. Arja just draws, but has to pass. Sammy draws and casts Raph and Mikey in his main phase. He slings them at Mathieu, and they reveal off the top until they hit a Vigor, which comes in attacking Arja. Matt and Arja then take their hits, and Sammy passes. Max plays a Plains and casts 1 Shitong All-Knowing. He puts Vigor second from the top, and then crews up the hovership with a Spirit token, and sends the hovership at Arja. The Vestige goes at Mathieu, and Dawn and Leo go at Sammy. Before damage, Arja casts a Chandra's Pyrohelix to deal 1 to the hovership, to remove it and 1 to the Vestige, which bumps up to 2 thanks to the Mechanized Warfare. Matt blocks with his Silent Hull Creeper to trade, and Sammy just takes his hit. With the Vestige leaving, Max gets to put a Canoptech Spider into play. Going to his end step, Max then blinks 1 Shitong and the Soul Ring. He tucks Raph and Mikey, which Sammy puts into the Command Stone instead. Max then passes, and once more, Mathieu activates his Spectral Sailor to draw a card. Matt just draws, plays a Mistgate Pathway, and ships it. Arja draws, casting a Vengeful Tracker, and he then swings the Elemental at Sammy. Sammy takes the hit for 2, and Arja passes. Sammy draws and casts Bigger on the inside, but Mathieu responds with a Negate to counter it. This has Matt taking 2 from the Shadow trigger, and after that, Sammy passes. Max plays an island and casts Astral Dragon, making 2 copies of Shadow in the Warp. He then swings Dawn and Leo at Sammy, Wan Shi Tong and 2 spirits at Arja, and the Spider and 2 spirits at Matt. Matt jumps the Spider with his Sailor and activates it, drawing a card, and everyone else takes the rest of the damage. Moving to his end step, Max blinks the Spider and the Astral Dragon, making 2 more copies of Shadow in the Warp, and passes. Matt draws and plays Marsh Flats, and then casts Damnation, taking a total of 10 off all the Shadow in the Warp's triggers. He then casts a Slither Blade, and passes. Arja draws, but has nothing to play, and ships it. Sammy plays a Forest, and casts Emissary of Grudges. He secretly chooses a player, whispering to me Max, and then swings the Emissary at Max. Max takes the hit, and Sammy passes. Max's main phase has him casting an Angel of Ruins, and he targets the Shadow in the Warp and Mathieu's Soul Ring. Sammy reveals the Emissary chose Max though, and changes the targets to hit Max's Angel and Soul Ring instead. After that, Max passes, and Mathieu cracks his Marsh Flats, going to find an untapped Hollowed Fountain. He then flashes in Enduring Curiosity. Matt draws, casting Lightning Greaves in his main phase, and follows up with an Invisible Stalker. He equips the Stalker with the Greaves, and swings the Stalker and Slitherbait at Sammy, and the Enduring Curiosity at Max. They all take their damage with no swing, sneak, or ninjutsu shenanigans, and Mathieu draws 3. He then plays a Sunken Ruins, and casts a Prehistoric Pet. Arja draws, playing at a Hearthborn Battler, and swings it at Sammy. Sammy takes the hit, and Arja passes. Sammy draws and swings the Emissary at Matt, who takes the hit for 6. Sammy's second main phase has him casting a Siege Behemoth, and he passes after that. Max draws, casts Stoic Farmer, which allows him to put a Plains into play, and he passes. Mathieu's main phase has him casting Splinter, and he moves the Lightning Greaves onto the Enduring Curiosity and goes to combat. He swings the Curiosity at Arja, and his Stalker and Slitherbait at Sammy, and the Prehistoric Pet at Max. Before damage, Matt finally ninjutsus in something with a Prosperous Thief, and he bounces the Slitherblade. Everyone then takes their damage, with Mathieu making 4 treasures and drawing 4 total cards. After combat, he then plays a Drowned Catacombs, and recasts the Slitherblade, but this has him taking 3 off the Hearthborn Battler. Matt then passes turn. Arja draws, playing a Mountain, and casts Koth, Fire of Resistance. He upticks the Walker, going to find a Mountain to hand, and passes. Sammy plays a Forest and recasts Raph and Mikey. Mathieu responds to this with a counterspell, and takes 2 from the Shadow in the Warp. Sammy then swings the Siege Behemoth at Max, and the Emissary of Grudges at Matt. Matt can't block, and takes Lethal, while Max takes 7. After that, Sammy ships it. Max's land for turn is a Flooded Strand, and he swings the Stoic Farmer at Arja. Arja takes the hit, and Max then casts an All Is Dust. The board is mostly wiped, and he then cracks his Flooded Strand, passing turn. Arja's got a Mountain, and casts Court of Ire. He becomes the Monarch, and draws on his end step as he passes. Sammy plays a Forest, and then casts Clive, and passes. Max draws and casts the Overcosted Mulldrifter that is Krang Mastermind, and draws 2. He then passes, and during the end step, Sammy casts Nature's Claim on the Court of Ire, blowing it up and gaining Arja 4. Arja starts his turn off by casting Big Score, discarding a card to draw 2 and make a treasure. He then plays a Mountain. He then cracks the treasure to help cast Zozu, and passes. Sammy draws and swings Clive at Arja, taking the Monarchy as it connects. Sammy then plays a Myriad Landscape, which comes in tapped, and draws during his end step. Max draws and casts Soul Herder, and follows up with a Fairy Artisan. Going to combat, he swings Krang at Sammy. Before damage, Sammy uses Beast Within to destroy Krang, and Max then passes turn. Arja draws, playing a Mountain, and casts Kessig Flame Breather, and Max gets a token copy of it thanks to the Fairy Artisan. He follows up with Amber Maw Hellion, and Max's token gets swapped for the Hellion, and then swings Zozo at Sammy for 2. Sammy takes the hit, with Arja regaining the Monarchy, and he draws as he passes turn. Sammy draws and then activates Clive to flip him into Ifrit. With him coming back in transformed, he fights the Amber Maw Hellion, but more importantly, Max gets to make a token copy of it thanks to the Fairy Artisans, and has his copy fighting Zozo. Before letting Sammy's fight resolve though, Max then casts Path to Exile on the original Ifrit, and saves Arja's Hellion. Sammy then continues by playing a command tower, and follows up with a Blasphemous Act. And Arja responds with a Lightning Bolt. This has him taking 4, plus 2 from the Flame Breather to each opponent, and the board is then wiped. Sammy then passes turn. Max draws, plays an island, and recasts Dawn and Leo. Arja's got a mountain for turn, and he casts Slash. He follows that up by casting Vashino Heretic, which has Slash dealing 2 to each opponent. As a result, Sammy gets taken out, and Arja then passes turn. Max draws, but simply passes. Arja's got a mountain, and swings Slash at Max. With the attack trigger on the stack, Max casts Settle the Wreckage, and exiles Slash. This is Arja getting a mountain, and then makes it 2/2 mutant token. Arja's second main phase then has him casting a Pyromancer's Gauntlet, and then Terralf's Hammer, and he passes. Max draws and swings Dawn and Leo at Arja in combat. Arja chumps with a Heretic, and Max then casts a Midnight Clock after combat. He continues by casting a Phyrexian Metamorph as a copy of the clock, and passes after that. Arja's land for turn is a mountain, and he casts Festival of Embers. Max responds to this with a Swan Song, and it's countered, and Arja then passes. During the end step, Max activates his Midnight Clock to put a counter onto it, and we move to his turn. Max continues to tick up his clocks and draws for turn. He swings Dawn and Leo at Arja, who chumps with his bird. Max then continues by casting Low Shield and passes. During the end step, Arja casts a Volcanic Fallout. It deals 4 to each creature thanks to the Pyromancer's Gauntlet, and Arja then moves to his turn. Arja draws and recasts Slash. He then plays a mountain and casts a Goblin Fireslinger. He follows it up by casting Court of Embereth and passes. Max ticks up his clocks on his upkeep and draws. He recasts Dawn and Leo and ships it back to Arja. Arja makes a Night token on his upkeep, which has Slash doing 2 to Max, and then the Court deals 3. He then draws and swings out at Max, and with Slash making a mutant, deals the last 3 damage to Max's face, winning Arja the game. Game review time. So, Raph and Mikey got bullied hard. I think it was because the game before this one, the Impervious Great Worm scared the heck out of the table, and cheating out massive creatures, which is frankly what the deck does, is a very threatening thing. Unfortunately for Mathieu, this version of a rat deck did not very much for him. But Slash worked really well for Arja, despite the fact that he felt by the end of it that he really didn't deserve the win, considering how far behind he was. But that just goes to show, with the right cards at the right time, you can pull off a win too. This video wouldn't be possible without the help from my sponsors, but it definitely wouldn't be possible without the help from you, the viewers, and my patrons. So I just want to say thank you for watching, and to remember, friends are just opponents you haven't eliminated yet.